Hello everyone. That sounded malicious. Hello everyone. No. Well, I've forgotten to say hello, so let's just get started. I'm Miss Mark. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're gonna draw. This is what I worked on in my last video, and this week I'm kind of struggling because I really need to come up with something for Patreon in terms of like a sticker and postcard design, and I've been struggling with it all month. So I had this idea. I was looking through Pinterest at like fall aesthetic, Halloween aesthetic, and just none of it really appealed to me until I saw like some images of a black cat, and I was like, oh, I like this idea. So yeah, I liked the idea of drawing him with a cat, kind of make it Halloweenish, and then maybe the sticker can just be the cat by itself. Also, I hope the lighting isn't terrible. I'm doing this at night because I was getting ready to go to bed and I realized I hadn't drawn at all today. I am a daily drawer. I draw pretty much daily, and today I haven't had a chance to do it. I did like household stuff and errands, and I was like, I'm not going to go to sleep until I draw something, so we're drawing something. So here we go. I kind of want to just do a test with this pencil. This is the Faber-Castell Polychromos, which they're nice colored pencils, but I don't know how they work with markers and pens and things. So I'm going to do a quick little test sketch here. I feel like I don't love colored pencils, but I like to have them on hand in my art supply arsenal, because they're such a nice break from regular pencils or my usual tools for sketching and things. Just gonna do it in a black turtleneck. This seems to be doing just fine though. Okay. And then, let's see here. Alright, I feel like in terms of colored pencil, he looks like 12 in this picture. In terms of colored pencil, I think this is working just fine. I did not mean to make him look like a child here. He did not. Did he lose his eye as a child? We don't know, because I didn't write anything about that. Okay, so the next thing is to draw him with his cat. You know what my worst habit is? Doing like a bigger illustration with no planning. So we're gonna make ourselves plan. Something where the cat is like, he's holding it on his shoulder. Like this is one arm kind of going up, and then the cat is like up here somewhere. Here we go, some books maybe. In case you haven't seen my previous video, I guess I should introduce this guy. This is Ruben. He was former mercenary Black Ops turned English lit high school teacher. I was kind of picturing like a waist up type of thing. I don't know if a cat's body can do this. I was just doing this for the Halloween-ness of it. But I kind of like the idea of him having a cat. I personally am a dog person, so I usually default to my characters having dogs because I want to draw the dogs. But I think a cat might work for him. What colors are books? I might turn his body just a bit more to make sense with the cat, so you can see the cat a bit more. Ooh, I kind of like the idea that he's like loosely carrying the cat, actually. Oop, I kind of forgot that I'm coloring this, so I was going to start shading things and stuff with the pen. I kind of like the idea of a sweater vest, because then I can maybe expand the color palette and kind of put him in fall colors. I don't totally know why he got picked to be my fall mascot, but he did. So what if he was wearing like fall colors? Is that not horrifying? It won't look so bad once I color it. I feel like it's like vaguely Halloween-ish, which is kind of what I wanted. I know I wasn't gonna go for like super super duper Halloweenish. Okay. For some reason, I feel like this is more interesting because him wearing the blue with the orange just adds a bit more dynamic to the illustration. I feel like also that it felt like with his body turned, it just was a bit more interesting. Pardon me. What if we did the background like an abstract kind of tree thing? I really like that. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, time to sketch. I kind of like it being cut off at the knees as opposed to the waist. I like that. I feel like this extra chunk of tan actually helps. So I want his head to be about here. It's just a little bit too big. It's okay, we can fix it. Fan sloppy. I can feel my brain being kind of lazy with the proportions and things. Maybe I should have just like come back tomorrow when it's not so late. I feel like for me, a drawing is very difficult when I can't find like the one anchor point. Like for a lot of people, what I've observed, it's like drawing the head and getting the head the right size. You kind of base everything on that. And every so often I have a drawing where I'm like, I don't know what size I want things to be. I can't tell if any of this is the right proportions. That's what I'm kind of feeling right now. Are we looking at pictures of cats? We should, but we're not. If I still like the concept, but the actual execution isn't that good, what I'll probably do is redraw it on a separate piece of paper, and then I think I might paint it with acrylic wash. I like the idea that Ruben, I haven't really talked about Ruben, like the character, in this video, but I kind of like the idea that he loves fall and like can't wait for his pumpkin spice, but you know, doesn't really want to admit that. It's a pretty long tail. I don't think I gave him enough room for his arms. Oh no. Is this what cable sweaters do? I do like this idea, and I actually feel like this would be a very fun painting. Alright, first of all, the colors. I didn't really practice any shading over here. So we're going to be winging it, which has never failed anybody ever. I feel like markers out of all supplies have like the wildest ups and downs for me in terms of like how I feel about the illustration. I just feel like, you know, like I know that art supplies have, or all art has like an quote unquote ugly stage where, you know, it just isn't done. And it's in this very in-between stage, and yeah, it just looks ugly, and then you finish it, see it through, and then a lot of times it recovers from the ugly stage. I just feel like markers have the most brutal ugly stage. Okay, I kind of want to lean into the like blushy kind of look a little bit for this. I'm actually more like picturing like he has rosy cheeks because it's like kind of cold. That's what's in my brain anyway. Alright, and then we're gonna make the cat. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna leave his hair like gray. And the cat, I'm gonna do mostly black. I think I'm gonna go through with a white gel pen to kind of bring out details on the cat. Alright, yellow. Was it this color? Yep, okay. I'm kind of being a little irregular with my mark making with this marker, just because I feel like that will lend to the leafiness, but it might also bleed and blend enough that you can't really tell. I guess we're doing stripes. Alright, this is pretty subtle, but I feel like it is kind of giving the effect of like a glow. Okay, actually, I feel like we're... I feel like I'm changing the color of the jacket, making it overall darker with the pencil. And then the color that I laid down is like becoming the highlight now. Wonder if the pink will show up on the cat's nose. Not really. Here's the illustration. I like everything except the pose, which I know sounds like it's crucial, because it is. I feel like this had a bit more just dynamicism to it, and this just got really straight and stiff. I do like this, and I actually would really like to turn it into a painting. I'm looking at my gouache like color swatches and thinking like, could I fairly easily do it? And I think I could. I like this illustration. It was fun. I really needed this at the end of today, a day full of housework and chores and laundry and dishes and all that stuff. I really needed a good art session, and this was plenty good enough. But yeah, if you would like to see a painting version of this, let me know. I'm pretty tempted. Anyway, that's for tomorrow. I am feeling ready for bed. I will say, like, I did this because I felt like I wouldn't be able to go to sleep unless I made some art, and this has helped me unwind so much. I just felt like I was never going to go to sleep, and now sitting and doing this, I feel like all my excess art energy has been let out, and I can go to sleep. Thanks for keeping me company while I unwind and blow off steam, I guess. And don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you to patrons for supporting me. Hopefully we'll get a good postcard out of this, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.